After nearly 40 kilometers of portage and 2 exhausting days in relentless heat, I finally reached the edge of the first lake, where the marked trails end and the true wilderness begins. Ahead lies a long lake crossing, and beyond it, another portage leading deep into the mountains. Welcome to this adventure in the far north. 66.8 degrees north, to be exact, roughly the latitude of Beatles, Alaska. It is a place in the borderlands of Sweden and Norway where the sun never sets at this time of the year. You know, I've dreamt about an adventure like this for quite some time now, being out in the wild for weeks, navigating on my own and finding my way without trails. But the truth is, places for such adventures are usually far away, and a classic canoe expedition in North America is simply beyond my reach. So I started looking closer, created my own route and adapted it to my reality. And this is what I came up with. The route I have in mind starts at a small parking area located in Sweden and takes me across the border into Norway. From there, I will follow a vast network of lakes and rivers until somewhere about 150 kilometers to the east, I'll cross into another water system that, if all goes well, should bring me back to where it all started. One big loop that will take several weeks. To achieve this plan, I bring in my foldable and adapted Oro kayak. The portages are long, unmarked, and the entire route exists only in my head. For me, this journey is about solitude, resilience, and silence, testing both my limits and the limits of my gear. So let's see if this is a stupid idea or one hell of an adventure. It is for sure the most ambitious idea I have ever had. I am Alex, and this is the Pitumetno Loop. It's early morning, and I'm preparing to cross my first lake. Up here, in the mountains, the water is cold, and I'm a bit nervous. Food is the answer. Let's see how this morning goes. Water is calm. The whole lake is like a big mirror. Beautiful. You can very clearly see all the mountains. So I eat now my breakfast and then I'm gonna cross the lake. It's 12 kilometers to the other side. And then I have a new portage of 3.6 kilometers to the next lake. Once I'm on the water, my nervousness fades, replaced by a quiet sense of awe. You can really well make out the form of the lake, that it's made by glaciers. It has this, it's like a tongue. I can also show you on the map. If you see. So once there were glaciers coming this direction, and that's what is left of those huge glaciers here. And over there, this side is actually the longest sandy beach of Sweden, as I was told. It looks like I would need to go a bit further there, but also on the map you can see it. It's a very long and curved beach. Beautiful. There's not one wave on the lake. So the mountain we can see to the right, the big one there, that one over there, it's called Balek, and it's 1,510 meters. It's the highest peak here of what we can see. And the one just straight ahead now, by the nose of the kayak, is called Sachtjat. Anyway, on that one there is a reindeer fence on top of it. Basically on the slope directly in front of us. Try to be quiet and sneak up on them. Anyway, also try to keep quiet because I think there could be reindeer grassing here in the slopes. It looks so lush and green and really good spots for spotting reindeer. And if I'm lucky, also moose or elk. Highly possible. Beautiful camping spot in front of me, and cascades also here. Really nice. And some sandy beach would be perfect here. Anyway, for the moment, no reindeer and no elk. Despite me being actually fairly quiet. But yeah, maybe later. There is something red just in front of us. There is this boat, a rowing boat, and someone fixed it and made a window to basically watch the bottom of the lake, right? What the heck? That's so weird. Like it's self-made with like fiber. And then they sticked it on here. Man, someone was creative. There's also some big chain with an anchor there. Paddle, some other things. What the heck? Man. Crazy. But it's a beautiful little spot here. Beautiful. Alright, enough of this weird place with this weird boat. I need to go in that direction. There's actually still quite a lot of snow up on the slopes. This I didn't expect. It was now very warm the last 2 weeks. That's why there is also a fire ban. But yeah, still quite some snow. I'm about halfway across the lake, savoring every bit of distance ahead. The water is now glistening beneath a flawless sky. It's almost unreal. So still and so pure. Yet, somewhere beneath that calm, I feel the quiet tremor of what's coming. A brutal portage awaits, and so I move slowly, unwilling to rush this moment. As soon as I'm like 2 or 3 days out in the wild, there's constantly a song in my head turning. Constantly. You always think at home like, oh, you will be out and you can think about so many things. It's true, but not always. Most of the time your brain is just like filling the void with whatever song or story or thought. Because at home you're always so flooded with information and sounds and whatnot. And here, I mean, listen for yourself. Sound is still working. There is just no noise. One little bird, some mosquitoes. My belly, which is giving me signals of hunger. But otherwise, I just thought I'm probably the first person here on a kayak on this lake ever, because unless someone flew here once with a helicopter and brought kayaks, but otherwise I think no one is as stupid as I am and is walking like 45 kilometers it was to get here. I am slowly approaching the shore, and there is a very long reindeer fence, and I'm not sure if you can make it out, but on top of the hill there is a little reindeer herder hut from the Sami people, which are here.
Once I reach the shore, I immediately start to unfold the kayak, checking it carefully for leaks or damage. It's my most important piece of gear. Without it, I'd have to abandon the journey entirely. For now, there are only a few loose screws, nothing worse, but still enough to remind me how fragile my plans really are.
No berries. The past 3 days I didn't see one. Not one berry. It's weird because it's actually season for cloudberry, blueberry. There's not even crowberries. I think you call them crowberries in English. It's maybe just too dry here the last 3 weeks. Bone dry everything here now. So yeah. Anyway. Oh, eagle. There's the knife. Cool. Super nice. Kare. So I cannot see the lake yet, but I have to go in that direction. And in the hut there are simply beds all around, a little kitchen place, and in the middle is the oven. I'm constantly checking for reindeer, but nothing for the moment. Not one. Usually they would be in the snow when it's so hot. I mean, it's at least 27 now here. I'm sweating. And then you should actually be able to spot them easier, right? Brown in white, but I don't see, sadly. But I can see the border stone to Norway. Dope. I'm pretty stoked that it works with my kayak for the moment. It works pretty well actually. Better than expected. Okay, the first 2 days they were brutal. I was really exhausted yesterday. Done. But now, all good. I already made those 12 kilometers now. Perfect. Oh, cold. Nice. Okay, let's go. Apparently there should be thunderstorm later, like in an hour or two. There's also some huge clouds forming. But yeah, it's only 55% chance. Maybe just some rain. Which would be actually quite welcome. But thunderstorm up here is actually not so funny. There's basically nothing which is higher than I am. There's no trees, no building, no rocks. The only thing, the mountains. Otherwise you're fully in the open here. So I try to get lower now. It's the plan for the moment. That's the lake I am heading towards to. Big lake, huge lake. Nice. Soon down. Not that far anymore. But it's actually quite a bit down also. I have to climb up everything again later on. I just packed everything I need for shelter in this bag. So shelter and food. So in any case, if there is a storm or whatever, I'm prepared. Everything is fine. Just have to find a way now down. It's quite rough here. Oh, good. Quite a lot of snow. Bit like a maze here. There's everywhere lakes, swamps, cliffs. I have to navigate through here, but I think it's best I hold to the little flow there. And then I should reach the lake very, very soon. Sun is gone now. I think I will go to the lake and set up camp, see how the weather is, and then decide if I go back up, get the kayak, or if I do it later, or maybe even tomorrow. I have to see. Anyway, welcome to Norway. I am officially in the Junkerdalen National Park. Looks okay for the moment. I felt some raindrops before, but otherwise, it's just amazing. Gigantic lake. I can hear thunder roaring and I feel again a little rain, but I'm almost down. And I see a little boat hut over there. So maybe that's where I'm heading now. Probably for the best, or somewhere there. First down. Oh, it actually feels good. There's a little river, no chance I can get through without wet feet. Oh. Oh, it feels good. Oh. Oh. It's not a good place to be. Oh. Uh-oh. Storm. Big rain over there and there. But for the moment I was lucky. Got now some water and then I chill a little bit in the tent. Some fish today. So my plan is I'll sleep and tomorrow very early I go get the kayak. Then I cross the lake and make the next portage. Still quite some kilometers to do. So back to the kayak it's 3.2 kilometers. And then down again is another 3.2. And then this lake, I think it has 7. The length of it. So quite a day tomorrow as well. But now I'm feeling good. Honestly, way better than yesterday. I'm looking forward to just relax a little bit here. When the belly is full once. A beautiful spot here now with the sunset. Amazing. The sun goes now like this, goes quickly below this hill and comes up there again. It's now 10:30 in the evening, so yeah, not much of a night here at this time of the year, which is actually, I like it a lot because you can be active so much, and on the other hand it's fairly tough on one's sleep. I usually don't get much more than 5-6 hours in, so there's that. But still, to be able to walk always, you don't need a torch lamp or anything. Pretty practical. Anyways, I was just still wandering around here barefoot. It's all very mossy here, so it's not a problem at all, which is nice for a change. And yeah, my kayak is somewhere up there, 200 meters higher and 3 kilometers further. I went by this dry water flow there, I came down and then I crossed over to here. So that's the plan for like in 5 hours. We'll do that when the sun comes up here again. I think until then I will try to sleep, get some sleep in while it's cold and darker. And yeah, I was hoping to see some animals now. There is a lot of birds around, seagulls, whimpers, I think you call them like this in English. But no mammals, nothing. There is a lot of poo around them, but I think they're higher and more clever. I think they're by the snow and where there's fewer mosquitoes. There's quite a lot down here and a lot of horseflies, as I told you. So you really have to take care. Anyway, yeah, what a beautiful spot. What a spot. Junkerdalen National Park. Amazing. I love it. So good. And the storm was quite heavy in the end. I spent like 2 hours in the tent, just cooking, eating, easy going. And now, as if nothing happened. Wet. The ground is wet, yeah. But that's all. So yeah, I told you seagulls. They're here because the ocean is actually just in that direction here. Maybe 30 kilometers. So it's really close.